Hi again, this is Daniel Kabuko, art director of Rise of the Argonauts. I'm here today with Eric Ryan, who is our lead concept artist, and we're going to talk today about the evolution of Medusa. Everybody thinks they know Medusa because she's a very popular character in Greek mythology. Our challenge was to figure out a way to redesign and reinvent her to add a fresh perspective for people who are playing Rise of the Argonauts.
So with Medusa, we decided to twist her even more, make her bigger and larger, add something besides snakes, something a little different like eels, give her a body that's a bit more aquatic inspired. And then from there we decided that this was a little still too generic, so we decided to take her even further, have her hanging from herself, hanging from the eels that make up her body. And then they kind of come outside of the building and wrap around, and then Jason actually attacks these huge gargantuan eels as opposed to a smaller set of eels that come out of the hair.
So I'm here now with Mike Kime, who's our lead modeler, and he takes the images that Eric draws and turns them into 3D models.
So basically, I take the concept and I'll get the basic environment from the level artist, and I started to build the Medusa into the environment. I'll set up cameras that match the angle and perspective of the concept art, and then I'll even load in characters such as Jason for scale. After I get her basically laid out poly-wise, I take what I have here and I bring it into the sculpting program to sculpt her out into high resolution. After I get this to a point where it's ready to go, I bring this back into this program and project the high resolution onto her.
Old bitch! Jealous of my youthful bloom!
So after concept and modeling creation are done, the last stage on the art side is to do the animation for it, which is going to dictate how the gameplay works and how Jason's actually going to fight Medusa. I'm here now with Dia Hadley, who's one of our animators, and he's going to talk about how he actually animated Medusa.
Alright, in animating Medusa, there's two states in it. There's Medusa herself, and there's also the eels that we have. And one of the challenges that we had coming out of the park was trying to get the snakes and the eels to act realistically and be really vicious at the same time. You know, not much reference you can get giant snakes out there. So one of the main things we did, we went back, we watched several movies just to get a better idea of massive snakes.
And finally, when all of these processes are finished, we take all of these assets and we bring them to programming. Ben Deckinga is one of our programmers here, and he's handling Medusa.
I get all the assets, and basically I have to be the brain and put them all together. And one of the unique challenges with Medusa is there's really 4 enemies in the fight. There's 4 eels, but they all have to coordinate together so that they don't pressure the player too much, they don't get in each other's way, and they can still keep the player engaged the whole time. So there's a lot of logic that goes on underneath that I have to put in so that these eels can keep the game fun, keep the game challenging, and give the player an overall enjoyable experience.
So that was Medusa from beginning to end. I'm Daniel Kabuko with Liquid Entertainment, and I'm the art director for Rise of the Argonauts. Come check out the game in fall of 2008.